In the last video, we installed and configured Firefly 3 on Unraid. In this video, we're taking it a step further by setting up the Firefly 3 Data Importer so that we can bring in real transaction data from CSV files and bank exports. If you've ever tried to enter months or even years of transaction data, this is the part that saves you a massive amount of time. I'll walk you through installing the importer, connecting it to Firefly 3, and importing transactions in a way that actually makes sense, especially if you're catching up before tax time. Let's get started. Before we begin, you'll need a full working install of Firefly 3, and that's it. All right, on to installation. Over in our Unraid server, I'm going to click on the Apps tab. In the search box, I'll type in Firefly. Not like that, I won't. Firefly, there we go. And I press enter to search. Here you'll see Firefly 3 is already installed. We need the Firefly 3 Data Importer, which should be right next to it. Once you find it, go ahead and click Install. As always, the first thing I'm going to do is to expand the Show Docker Allocations so that we can check and see if the port we're going to use is already in use. Up under Web UI, you'll see that the container port is set for 8080. That's a very commonly used port. If you did follow along in the Firefly 3 video, I set the port for that as 8077. So this, I'm just going to make it one less. I'll double click on that port number to highlight it, hit Control F on the keyboard, brings up the find feature within the browser. It's showing me one result, so that port's free and available to use. Go ahead and close that find feature, and I'm going to go ahead and hide the Docker allocations now. Now that that's all cleaned up, that's all we need to do here. Go ahead and click Apply. While that's installing, feel free to join us in Discord. The link is in the description. Once it's done, go ahead and scroll down, click Done. Then we'll jump over to the Docker tab. In there, we'll look for the Firefly 3 Data Importer. Over on the right-hand side, I'm going to turn on the auto start option. And back over on the left, I'll find the icon for it, drop down, and select Web UI. All right, now that we're in, let's move on to configuration. We're going to need to connect the importer to Firefly 3. We're going to start by opening up Firefly 3 and logging in. Let's go back to our Unraid server, find Firefly 3, open it up, and here we are logged in. Over on the left-hand side, all the way at the bottom, we're going to find Options. Go ahead and expand that, and then we're going to click on Profile. In the center of the screen here, we've got a couple different options. We're looking for OAuth. Go ahead and click onto that. In here, we're going to need to create a new client. So click Create New Client. Now, just fill this out as follows. For the name, I'm going to call this Firefly Importer. The redirect URL, this is going to be your data importer's URL with /callback at the end. Mine is http:// IP address of the server 10.0.0.11, a colon, then the port number for the data importer, which we had set to 8076. And then, like I said, /callback. All right, next we've got confidential. This we definitely want to uncheck. If we don't, it's not going to work. We're done with this part. Go ahead and click Create in the bottom right. And now that that's created, there's a client ID that has been associated with it. Is currently 2. We're going to need to make a note of that, copy it, whatever you need to do. We're going to need this in a moment. Once you've got that noted, go ahead and click on Dashboard to take us back to the dashboard. Now let's go back to the Firefly 3 Data Importer. I still have that window open, so I'll jump over there. Then underneath the Firefly 3 URL, we will enter the Firefly 3 address there. Mine is http:// and then the server IP 10.0.0.11. The port number for Firefly, which was 8077. And then the client ID, you can just paste that in there, or if you remember whatever yours is, like I said, mine's 2, really easy to remember. Go ahead and put in that. Then click Submit. All right, now you'll be redirected back to Firefly 3 and prompted to authorize access. Go ahead and hit Authorize. And at this point, the importer is officially connected. Now let's go import some data. Most banks allow you to export transactions as a CSV file, and that's what we're going to use here. In the data importer, click Start next to File, CSV, over on the right-hand side. Now we're going to need to select our file. For importable file, we'll click on Choose File, and we'll browse to wherever that file is. I've got some transactions here for December. I'll go ahead and click on that, and then click Open. Once you have your file selected, click Next. So on the configuration screen, there's a bunch of stuff here. We'll walk through it. I'll kind of explain what things are and what you need. For headers, does your CSV file contain headers across top of it? Mine does, so I'm going to select Yes. You shouldn't need to convert to UTF-8, so we'll skip that. Your CSV file delimiter. My file is separated by commas. If yours is something different, You select that field. You can choose if it's semicolons or tabs. It's on commas. I'm going to leave it there. All right, date format. This one is very important. If it doesn't match exactly to how your CSV file is formatted, then everything will get imported still, but it'll get imported as today's date. I ran into this issue, had to make some adjustments, try different things, and I made the mistake of opening it in Excel, and I should have known better, but Excel is going to format it to what a good friendly date format would be. So it was doing single-digit month, single-digit day, and then 4-digit year. In actuality, inside of the file itself, it was 4-digit year, 2-digit month, and 2-digit day. So it imported everything under the date that I imported everything. A little frustrating. I deleted it all out, tried it again, tried different formats. Just be aware that if you're unsure about your CSV file layout, then don't open it in Excel. Use something like Notepad++. Open it up, see what the actual data looks like. You'll save yourself a lot of headaches. That being said, if you have a different format, right here underneath it, under number 1, says read more about the date format on this page. I'll open up a new tab. I'll show you that real quick. Things like this. The small d is the day of the month using 2 digits with leading zeros. So 01, 02, 07, that kind of stuff. Capital D will be textual days. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that kind of stuff. J is the day of the month without the leading zeros. So just 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. Read through those, pick the ones that fit your file, and move forward with that. I'll close that out. We don't need that anymore, and we'll move on. The current date format is exactly how mine is formatted, so I'll leave that alone. Scrolling down, we've got the various import options here, the default importer account. It's asking what is the default account that you want stuff imported into. I want it to be the local bank checking account because that's where these transactions mostly stem from. Not all of them. Rules. Do you want the rules inside of Firefly 3 to be applied to these? Yes, so I'll leave it selected. Next, we've got import tags. When selected, Firefly 3 will add tags to each imported transaction, denoting that it was an import. I think that's a good idea. We'll leave that on yes. Custom import tag. You can put in your own custom import tag there. It's a nice option. I'm going to skip it. Map data. Do you want the opportunity to link your data with existing Firefly 3 data? Yes, we do. So we'll select yes. Scrolling down, we've got delete transaction detection. We'll leave that alone as it'll detect if there's duplicates. Scrolling down, we've got other options. Here we've got the option to skip the form. So this option skips the options the next time you're importing and goes straight into the processing. I recommend the first couple times maybe, do not select this. Just leave it unchecked. Make sure that the import is working well. And once everything looks good, then only after that, you'd want to come back, select the yes option there so it remembers it. It can skip it. Once everything looks good, go ahead and click submit. Now we come to the role definition. This allows us to map different columns, and this is the most important part. We want to match each column as follows. So for date, we're going to drop down and find the proper field here, which is date, primary transaction date. If you do not choose the primary transaction date here, then they're all going to come in as the same date. So that's the option that you have to have here. Next down, we've got description. My file's got a description field, so I'm going to match that to description. Scrolling down more, amount. This one is going to be for amount. That one kind of makes sense. Next, we've got type. This is going to be whether it's listed as an income or expense. My file does not have that. It's just positive and negative numbers, so we can safely ignore this column. All right, next down, we've got category. Here, this is going to be the category name that we've got selected in Firefly 3. So we'll select category name here. Account. These transactions that I have are both checking and savings accounts. So for me, I have to go in here, drop down, and select asset account name. And then over on the right-hand side, this little checkbox here, if we scroll up, it says map data. We want that option. I need this option. You may not. If all you're importing is checking stuff, then you shouldn't need that. But if you do, this is how you do it. Put a check mark in there, and then we'll move on. Next option down is notes. So we're going to match this up with notes. There it is. Once you have all your columns matched up, go ahead and click submit. And now this screen comes up, the map data. This is because I had selected the little map field icon on the account for the asset account name. So it shows 2 different accounts here, checking and savings. So for checking stuff, I'm going to map this to my local bank checking. And savings, I will map that to my local bank checking savings account. So I should probably rename that so it doesn't have checking savings. Once you've got those mapped correctly, go ahead and hit submit. Now we need to run the import. To do that, go ahead and click Start Job. Your converted content will be submitted to Firefly 3 installation, so we need to hit Start Job again. Now you'll see everything's being imported. Once the import completes, let's go back to Firefly 3 and verify that everything looks correct. We'll jump back into Firefly 3, give it a quick refresh. I imported the data into December of 2025. We're currently on January of 2026. So I'm going to click in that field and we'll drop down and select December of 2025. And then you'll see all the transactions here. Local bank checking account, all the subtractions, the additions, everything looks right. Our graph shows the money going up and down. That's perfect. If all the data checks out, then you're going to return back to the data importer and download the configuration file at the bottom of the page. So let's go do that. We'll jump back over to the importer. At the bottom of the import screen, we've got the download configuration file. We can click on that. It downloads. We'll save this file so the next time when you import a CSV file, you can reuse it and skip most of these steps. Let's go do one more import. We'll go back to the main page here. We'll click Start, choose a file. I'll choose this one here from January of 2026. Down below, you've got the optional configuration file. This is the file we just downloaded. If you want to skip all the stuff, you can just choose the file, open it up, and then hit Next. And remember all the settings that we had before. So we can just go to the bottom, hit Submit. These should all be the right matches. That's good. We'll click Submit. Once again, those are correct. We'll hit Submit again, and then Start Job. Once it's done, go ahead and click Start Job to do the actual import. We'll jump back to Firefly 3 and make sure that the data is all in for January. So as you can see, everything's been imported. We've got all the transactions from January, money coming out, big deposit coming in. So the import worked great. At this point, your transactions are imported, categorized, and ready to use. You've gone from a fresh Firefly 3 install to a system that can handle real financial data without manual entry. From here, you can start working with reports, budgets, rules, and long-term tracking. If this video helped, make sure to hit like and subscribe. And if you want to support the channel directly, consider becoming a Patreon. Patreon members get early access to videos and sponsor-free content. The link is in the description. Until then, check out one of these next. And I'll see you in the next one.